Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the M12. It's the Tier 7 American SPG. It's located on the north spawn of Lakeville, and it's under the command of Oksydor. And you can tell that because it's not only got 3 marks of excellence on the barrel of the gun, but it's also got the Polish flag on the side of the hull. Because, yep, Oksydor's from Poland. Okay, it's a French gun, or French design, mounted on top of an M3 hull. The Americans made them fairly hastily. They needed something that they could use in the war, and, well, the M3 hull, they had plenty of those at the time. And they also had a very reliable gun in the form of the 155mm howitzer that goes on it. Oh, first shot out, and 188 hit points of the Passato. Now the alpha of this Arty is 600, and it'll penetrate 39mm of armor. It happens to be a tier 7 game, so he's top tier, but that means a lot of the tanks that he's going to be firing at actually have fairly weak roofs. In fact, so there's tier 6s in this game as well as tier 7s. Mostly tier 6s. Another direct hit on the Passato, and Arty is counter-battering. And it looks like their Crusader SP just took out our M44 behind us. So he just got a direct hit, wiped our M44 out of the game. But they've got Oksydor, so that's not going to be a problem. Now it means that Oksydor is now going to have to keep changing position after he shoots to avoid counter-battery, because it looks like the enemy team know how to do it. Now I like what he's done here. He's actually moved over to the right hand side of this area, because this gives you a better angle on the tanks that are hiding behind the rock. Lovely shot right into him. 133. He moves forward to get behind the cover of this rock, which means that they can't counter-battery him. Not while he's here. He really shouldn't, though, move back into the same spot where he fired from. I did actually mention this to somebody else there before. They might be timing a shot to go to that spot. And if you've moved onto that spot again after moving out of it, you might be on the receiving end of a shot that they're lining you up for you. That one probably didn't do anything. But he's changing side altogether now. He's moving over here because it appears that there's no tanks on the right hand side as we're looking down the valley, and the Hellcat's on the left hand side. So being over here gives you a better angle. He's loaded, fully dialed in, rounds out on the Hellcat. Oh, unfortunate, it falls short. But that guy's not moving away, and it looks to me like he's still going to keep firing. Okay, Oksydor hasn't changed position himself. And there's a shot from the AMX-13 F3AM, one of the enemy Arty. They've got the Crusader as well. That's a direct hit. Yep, that one splat him, and it is a penetration shot as well. 448. Now, there's a lot of enemy tanks in the town, and they're all headed this way. So Oksydor's now decided to ignore the valley, and he's now going to focus on the enemy tanks coming in from the town. In fact, I think the enemy Arty is also ignoring the valley, because their AMX-13 F3 just suddenly made a move to head to the east. So I expect he's probably trying to get away from our guys. Our Comet and our T-150 are turning up at their cap area right now. There's the first of the enemy, T-43. He's going behind the rock. He takes a hit. Now we can splash him. That will ruin his day. Lined up, rounds out, direct hit, good shot. Okay, he's got his shot in, he's getting some stun assist. 1,000 hit points of actual damage already, but he's picking up loads of stun assist. Okay, he's changed position again, and he's got a T-78 helping out now in holding back that position. I don't think that T-78's needed here. He could actually go elsewhere, but I have the feeling he's going to go up on top of that rock. Is that where he's going? No. That's odd. Now, maybe he's picking up a different position to snipe from. That position up there on that rock is very good because you can go up and go down, and it gives you an elevated position on the enemy. Okay, the enemy just killed our Comet and our T-3485M, so the only tank down the other end, and that was, I think, was a direct hit, and I missed it, so I'm going to go back. I hope you don't mind that. I'm going to see that one again. I was looking at the Comet kill and, of course, the T-3485M. We lost that. He's dialing in on the Super Hellcat. Oh, it was a good shot. Penetrating shot, Super Hellcat out of the game. He got a high roll to do it as well. No, I'm probably not the only content creator who actually does do instant replays just like that. But yes, I rather like the idea of watching what actually happened there and having another quick view, because I missed out on something because I was jabbering and I should have been focusing my eyes on it. Okay, he's now waiting for that SVV to break the line, but he didn't break the line. He'd aimed so that if the SVV came forward, he would break the line of the path of the shell. Instead, he fired because he was reasonably certain he could get the shell on target. And yes, he did take the shell. Got a nice hit for 227, non-penetrating shot. Here we go. Another direct hit. That SVV is going to get mightily annoyed. There's nothing he can do about it either because he's stunned, and whilst he's stunned, he's vulnerable. If he pops up, he's going to get splattered. Okay, this is kill shots if he can get it. Now he's gone into cover. Oksydor can't go around the corner because there's a Churchill 7, and he will obviously take Oksydor as an invitation to take him out. You take it as oh, now Oksydor can get a shot in on him. Just lining it up. One missed. Well, he hit that one into the SMVCC of his own team. So that was a bad move, but luckily no damage done to his own teammates. But I think he didn't line that one up correctly in my book. I would have been very wary about shooting that one on the grounds that you might hit your own teammate. But the other SMV has come up out of the dip, and I think he's just around about there. We did see him. There he is. Hello. He's just behind the wreck. He doesn't want to come any forward, but if he stays by the wreck, Oksydor can splash kill him. Just missed him. It went long. I would say aim at the wreck, because the splash on the wreck will overwhelm the armor of the SMV, because he's pushing the wreck as armor. So if he's going to do that, aim for the wreck. The shell will hit the wreck and he dies. Do that instead. Holding back for a second. I'd say just shoot. There he is. Oh, he got him anyway. A direct hit. Now there's a Basotto coming up the valley, and he's about to attack our Super Hellcat up there. Now, yes, Oksydor can probably take him out. He's just trying to line it up. If the Basotto tries to pop up, he's telling the Super Hellcat to pull back. That will give him the opportunity to get a shot in. No, don't go that way. Yes, another kill. Another lovely shot. That's his 4th kill of the game. There's only 2 enemies left, the Artys, but he's only got the Super Hellcat left alive. And on the enemy team, all they've got is the AMX-13 F3AM and the Crusader SP, and you know the Crusader is difficult to play, mainly because you have to drive it backwards, and the gun faces the opposite way if you're driving forwards. If you try to go the other way, it's very difficult. Okay, enemies in sight. It's the AMX-13 F3, and he's gone. So that's his 5th kill. Oh, and now we know where the Crusader is, because he just fired around him, gave away his position. Now, they've both got about the same reload time. Standard reload, 26.56 seconds. Oksydor's got 21.76. Now, I don't think that Crusader's got the stock gun, in which case, because of course he shot up the valley, means he's got the 5.5 inch gun, which means his reload time is about the same as Oksydor. All he needs the Super Hellcat to do is spot him, and there he is. Dial in. It's going to be an easy one. Yes! Game! That's victory. Very well done. Now you know why he has 3 marks on the barrel. Here's the end of battle result. That was an ace tanker game for Oksydor in the M12. I think this game came from one of his live streams on Twitch TV. He also managed to get a Reaper badge by getting consecutive kills with consecutive shots, as well as a counter battery, because he took out both enemy Arty, the AMX-13 F3AM, and the Crusader 5.5 SP. He also got a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 12 in that one. And he got 6 kills out of the game. Yes, he took out 6. In fact, that last enemy was the 6th kill to give him a top gun. And the victory in the game. 5,385 win rate. A very strong win rate on that one. Very good indeed. Let's have a look at team score. Well, there you go. He actually had the highest damage in the game, but not enough to get 20% of the enemy hit pool. 2,791 hit points of damage. I'll look up the actual 20% mark and put that up on the screen so you know exactly what it was. The second highest damage in the game turned out to be one of the enemy tanks, one of the enemy tank destroyers, the Italians. He managed to get 2,400 in that game, and the third highest damage turned out to be one of the Italians on our own team with 2,051. When it came to kills, it was, yes, Oksydor with 6 kills. 3 kills went to the T150, who was left alone all the way down the other end of the valley, and he was deserted. Well, not deserted. I think his teammates were actually killed, which is why he was left alone, and that's why the enemy managed to get back at him and eventually kill him. The third highest in the game was the T-3485M on our own team. We've got a Leather Slayers medal, and also several members of the enemy team, including 2 of their Italian tank destroyers, a Hellcat and a Super Hellcat. The Churchill 7 also picked up a Confederate during that game. When it came to base XP, there's only 3 tanks in it. Oksydor, of course, got 1,268, which is a nice ace tanker. 1,043 went to the Super Hellcat, and 1,006 went to one of the Italian tank destroyers, and they were the only 3 tanks who managed to get over 1,000 base in that game. Oksydor fired 17 rounds, so yes, he only had 20 rounds to start with. He had 3 left at the end of the game. 13 direct hits on the enemy, 3 penetrations. Now, can we have a quick look? I think the Arty are going to be the pens. No, surprisingly not. The Crusader SP, yes, that was a pen. Definitely went straight through him. Yes, he penned the Super Hellcat. That one went straight through him. And the other Hellcat, yes, he penetrated those as well. So the Super Hellcat and the Hellcat were fairly easy pen because, of course, the armor on that tank is very, very small indeed. Very thin, as you've probably seen from some of my armor briefings and the modules. You can see that the shells will just go straight through. It's only designed to stop bullets, not really designed to stop shells. Anyway, getting back to the detail, 9 splashes on the enemy as well, 2,791 hit points of damage, of which 1,472 were at more than 300 meters. So you can see a fair amount of damage was done at closer than 300 meters. He damaged 9 of the enemy, killed 6, and did 1,454 hit points of stun assist off 6 stuns. He earned 51,332 credits from that game, and after ammunition, resupply, and consumables, took away 21,692 credits profit, 1,902 XP times 2 for the first victory of the day, 3,804 experience points altogether. So a great ending to that battle, wasn't it? Killing 2 enemy SPGs as they crept forward towards him. It must have been a bit uncomfortable for that Crusader because he was coming towards Oksydor with his gun facing, which meant that he could only crawl forward at about 8 kilometers an hour. It's very, very slow when you're trying to drive it forward. It's much quicker to actually drive up going forward with the gun facing the other way, and then do a quick turn and bring your gun to bear on the enemy at point blank range. But, well, that guy couldn't do that because he realized, obviously, that if he did do that, the Hellcat would probably get him, the Hellcat that was waiting at the end of the river road. So, yes, he had to creep forward, and the Hellcat was spotting him all the time, and it was easy meat for Oksydor to take out. Very nicely done. Some great shots in that game. I just say to Oksydor, I know it's almost like teaching your grandmother to suck eggs. You'll probably know what that phrase means, but I would say if an enemy tank is hiding behind a wreck and pushing that wreck forward, but they've got virtually no hit points whatsoever, you only have to hit the wreck, because the splash will cover the entire wreck and the tank that's sitting behind it. So he would have died if you just smacked the shell directly into the wreck. I know you probably realise that, you do know that, but you went for the direct hit rather than the actual splash kill. But it would have worked either way. So if you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.